Hello and welcome to the show. I am Joe Tophat. Some of the best kids' movies ever made have very depressing moments. Anyone who's a fan of Disney or Don Bluth knows what I'm talking about. It's important that we show sad moments in kids' movies, not because I like to be sad, or even that I want to see kids being sad. It's just that life isn't just sunshine and lollipops. There are sad moments out there in the real world, and kids' movies need to reflect that. Though some movies can go overboard with the sad moments. Ring Bell, the subject of today's video, is a great example. Based on a book by, I don't even know how to pronounce his name, Ring Bell has to be the most depressing kids' movie ever made. Before anyone says anything, I'm aware that this is only 46 minutes long. The internet calls it a movie, so I'm going to as well. So without further ado, let's begin. The opening starts with a rather melancholy song, setting the tone for what is to come. I wish I could play it for you guys, so you know what I'm talking about. But trust me, it sets the mood. The movie revolves around a young lamb named Churin. Churin lives on the farm with his mom and other sheep. He loves to go exploring, so his mom insists that he wears a bell around his neck, so she always knows where he is. Now you know why this movie is called Ring Bell, though it's also called Churin's Bell. The beginning is the only cheerful moment in the entire movie. I wish I was kidding. A wolf, who is called Woe, comes down from the mountain and onto the farm. As you might have guessed, he kills Churin's mom as she is protecting him. Churin cries over her dead body in this heartbreaking scene. The other sheep just stand around, not offering him any comfort. From what I've gathered, the book has never had an official English translation. There is a website where a fan translated the book into English. I have read it. I can't say for sure if this translation is 100% accurate, but from what I've gathered, it's pretty accurate. With that out of the way, I'm going to discuss the difference between the book and the movie. In the book, there are no other sheep besides Churin and his mom. After Woe killed her, we just see Churin climbing up the mountain crying, so we know he took his mom's death hard. I don't know why they added the extra sheep if they weren't going to try to comfort him. It just makes them look like jerks. Anyway, Churin goes to the mountain with one goal in mind: avenge his mom's death by killing the wolf. He tries his best to kill Woe, only for Woe to swat him away with his tail. Churin tells Woe that he had killed his mom and that he will kill him. Remember that now. Woe could have easily killed Churin and eat him. He is only a lamb, so he's no real threat to him. Instead, Woe just tells him to go home. Realizing that he isn't strong enough to kill him, Churin tries a different approach. He asks the wolf to train him to be stronger. Woe turns him down and walks away. Churin follows him for days. He keeps asking him to train him, and Woe keeps telling him no. Woe even tries to discourage Churin from his predator lifestyle. This is both an interesting and weird dynamic between Churin and Woe. It's weird in that Churin wants to be trained by the wolf who killed his mom. That just seems confusing. He flat out tells Woe what he wants to do with the training. Why would Woe want to train his would-be killer? What makes it interesting is that Woe does everything he can to discourage Churin instead of just killing him. He tells Churin that his lifestyle isn't that great, and he tries to get him to go home. There is a pretty funny moment when Churin tries to show Woe how tough he can be by going after some bison. It doesn't end well. One day, Churin comes across a snake who kills a mother bird. He tries to defend her eggs, only to accidentally break them. This is yet another heartbreaking scene. He cries over what happened. Maybe it's a good thing this movie is only 46 minutes. I don't know how much longer I could take their depressing scenes. Surprisingly, Woe offers Churin some comfort, more than the sheep did. He tells Churin that some must die for others to live. He then asks why does he want to be a wolf so much. Churin explains that he doesn't want to be weak like the other sheep back home. He wants to be strong like the wolf. So his motive is less to do with revenge and more to do with not wanting to be weak. Woe decides to train him. This is pretty different from the book. In the book, when Churin first goes to see Woe, he never tells him who he is or even tried to kill him. He asks to be trained by him. Woe agrees right away. The reason for this is that Churin is the first to treat him well. He was so used to animals hating him that he was flattered that Churin wanted to be with him. It was all part of Churin's plan for revenge. More on that later. In the movie, Woe is fully aware that Churin could kill him, yet he seems to care about him in his own way. He trains Churin over the years to be a wolf. Churin grows up to look like this. A lot of people make fun of how unrealistic his design is, but I tend to see it as a symbol of Churin becoming more of a monster. Fun fact, adult Churin is voiced by Greg Berger in one of his earliest roles. For those of you who don't know, Greg Berger is a prolific voice actor, having done voices in many popular cartoons like Transformers and G.I. Joe. Many of you watching might know him best as the voice of Odie in the Garfield cartoons. That's right, Churin and Odie have the same voice actor. Back to the movie. Woe is proud of Churin for his accomplishments. Churin admits to Woe that he no longer wants to kill him, since he now sees him as a father. They go back to Churin's old farm, where Churin kills all the dogs. As they are about to attack the sheep, Churin sees a little lamb that reminds him of himself. When he sees the lamb's mother try to protect him, Churin can't go through with it. He turns against Woe and kills him. In the book, Churin kills Woe before they arrive on the farm. When asked why, he tells Woe about his mom, thus completing his revenge. In the movie, it was more of an accident. Either way, Woe has the same reaction. He's happy that Churin killed him. The reason for this is because Woe knew one day he would be killed by a stronger animal. It's part of his lifestyle. He was glad that it was Churin because it was someone he knows. He's even proud of him. Churin regrets killing Woe in both the movie and the book. In the movie, Churin tries to go back to his old home. The sheep, however, are too afraid of him. In the original Japanese dub, the sheep recognize Churin but want nothing to do with him because he has become a monster. In the English dub, the sheep don't recognize Churin. He tries to explain who he is, but the sheep refuse to believe someone like him could have ever lived with them. In the book, Charon chooses to never go back to the farm. He felt that he no longer belonged there. No matter what, the ending remains the same. Charon goes back to the mountain all alone. He is never seen again, but the bell around his neck can still be heard. The Ringing Bell is a good movie, though I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. The story is pretty good, though it offers little levity to the sadness. I'm not against kids' movies having sad moments, or even endings that aren't completely happy. With that said, this movie takes it a little too far. I'd recommend showing it to older kids rather than younger ones. Now the question is, what is the point of the story? The original book's message is pretty clear. Dedicating your life to revenge can ruin you. The movie, however, is a little harder to understand. Although Charon does want revenge, he practically abandons that goal just to be trained by the wolf. Although he does view him as a father in the book, it was only after killing him that Charon realizes that. I think in the movie's case, the message might be about the dangers of allowing tragedy to take you down a dark path. Woe does advise Charon against becoming a wolf plenty of times. It's kind of like if someone lost a loved one to a gangster and decides to become a gangster in order to be strong. Even though a gangster advises against the lifestyle, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be strong. But Charon didn't want to be strong so he could protect others, or so he could be able to defend himself. He just didn't want to be weak, thus allowing himself to become a monster. In the end, it's really about someone losing himself in the face of tragedy. Charon gained nothing in the end. He lost his mother, his father figure, and his home. He's neither a wolf or a sheep. He doesn't belong anywhere. Charon is a tragic figure. If you're looking for a happy movie, don't watch Ringing Bell. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments section what you guys think. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you later.